Okay, hello everyone. This is a video for Titanfall, and I just want to show you guys how the game works and mechanics, and if you should get it or not. I'm not going to be the personal judge of it, but I just want to show you guys some gameplay to start off with, so you guys will see how it is and everything. You'll understand how it works. But so yeah, I just wanted to tell you that while I'm waiting for this to load. And if you're new to my channel, this is Vasberg. I'm gonna be uploading some better stuff in the future, so subscribe. I'm just gonna say that now because why wait till the end of the video, right? Man, what am I doing? Alright, I'm narrating over this. So I don't remember what I did during this recording. That's one of my first recordings. Alright, so here, this is your pilot loadouts, and okay, that was quick. You have Titan loadouts that you can adjust how you want your Titan to be, and you can make it you can have different guns with your Titan, different abilities. But this game gives you a lot of differences. I mean, sure, it may become just like one of those like every other multiplayer game, or remind you of Halo, but it puts itself out there. It kind of impresses you at first, but I mean, eventually, as you keep going on, it'll get a little frustrating or just not enjoyable anymore. But I don't know, it's just my opinion. But I personally still think it's a great game. But you guys can decide to get it judging off the gameplay. And this is one of my first recordings, so it may not be the best, so just watch and it will be alright. Alright, see that guy right there? See, I'm just looking at him? That's a grunt. Grunts are AIs. There's grunts and specters. They're AIs where basically there's only 6v6 if you haven't heard anything about Titanfall at all. And there's AIs because it makes the teams more balanced, and it makes it feel like a bigger war zone, but there still are a ton of players to kill that run around, and they make a really good thing they do with the game that I find how they did very well. They made it to where there can be good ground troops that can go through the game, and the big mech suits, which are Titans, run through as well. I like how they made they made it pretty stable to where there's tight spaces for soldiers, and there's huge open spaces for the Titans. I really like how they did it, because I mean that would have taken a lot of thought and work into. I guarantee it took them a long time to get to where they wanted to be with this game, and a lot of people have gotten the Xbox One because of Titanfall. But really, should you get it because of Titanfall? No, I'm just gonna say that because I don't think you should get one game. I don't think you should buy a whole system for just one game. I mean, sure, this is a fun, entertaining game, but I mean, come on, do you need it that badly? No. Like, I'm gonna take The Last of Us for example. I wanted a PS3 so badly because I wanted to play that game. It was the best zombie game ever, but I didn't because there's just some games that you can't get. Okay, and see, this is where I go into my Titan here, and yeah, you can just see it, how it's open and everything. I'm finding the Titan. I'm getting wrecked here, and see, I had to eject, and then I land on him, which you saw in the trailer and everything. That's actually not very hard to do, so it's not very impressive whenever you see it. And that happened. Ignore that. But yeah, you can jump on the back of an enemy's Titan and just shoot at it like crazy, but you're still very open. Like, the other person can get out of your Titan and kill you. One time I got on someone's Titan and started destroying it, and I saw him start to get out of his Titan. I jumped behind him, turned invisible, then I just I came up behind him and snapped his throat. But and see here, see how I'm always invisible. I selected a burn card, which burn cards are like, I'd say perks in Call of Duty. That's the closest I can compare it to. But the burn cards really help how the game plays and runs, because it kind of gives you abilities that make you stronger than someone else, so it's not just complete, you know, same old, so it makes it more interesting. And I was invisible for pretty much half the game here, because no one, I mean, when you're invisible, the invisibility is, they say that's designed for the Titans, which when you're a Titan, it's a lot harder to see an invisible guy. But when you're a ground troop, it can become pretty simple. And there were two AIs just brawling there. Oh man, it's gruesome. And here you can, I'm playing Hardpoint, by the way, which is kind of domination in Call of Duty, I guess. And see how I'm hanging on the wall? If you're curious about that, you can just hold left trigger while you're hanging on the wall, and you can, and people won't know you're there, and it'll surprise them sometimes, but like I said, you're still very noticeable. And here's another Titan battle. Yeah, and see, I backed away from him because I got him, but he ejected, and he had a nuclear ejection. So when he ejected, it sent off a nuke, which I've died by a lot. Oh, yeah, you can also punch people in the bits too. That's another thing about this game. Yeah, those are AIs that punch though. Pilot, the characters, like the guy I'm playing as, is called a pilot, which are the real guys, and grunts and specters are the AIs. And inspectors, you can hack them and make them for your team, but I mean, it's not worth it. They don't do anything for you. Like, they don't help at all. AIs aren't the best. Oh, and here you can just jump, like, see, I got out of my Titan to go in there, capture that point, then I just jumped back in it, hopped on its arm, and then hopped back in. It absorbed me. But yeah, this has very good gameplay to it, and they really made it very. I was a little shocked by it because it was like their first game that Respawn made, and they made it really good. They made it very well. Oh, I can't speak. All right. Oh, and see what he did there is he shot an EMP charge at me, which all it really does is just blur your vision. But it's a grenade that you can get. But there, when you're on the ground, it's not like a Titan. It's not like you're gonna die from a Titan no matter what. You can always get away from them if you do it right. But you can also turn invisible, escape from them. You can shoot rockets at them. Oh, and see here, I activated a core boost, which Titans get after a certain period of time, or you can use your burn card to get it quicker. But what it does is it can give you, it can make your your strength better or stronger. It's like a damage core, which makes you give off more damage, or a shield core, which gives you a better lasting shield, so it's harder to take you out. But they really made the game very fluid. And see, I haven't died here. I'm still invisible, being a little queer about it, but you know, it's how the game works. It's a burn card. And see, I was getting shot there. It's like, no, it's not impossible not to see me. It's actually pretty easy to see an invisible guy. And here's the thing, if you're watching this and you have Titanfall, but here's the thing I suggest, always, when you're playing Hardpoint, always try to hide when you're taking it, but always be in a position where you'll have the advantage against your enemy. Don't just be open, sitting in a corner or something, because someone will come from the other doorway that you won't know about, and, you know, you're dead. But it just depends on how you play. And here's the thing about the campaign with this game. If you're a guy that doesn't like multiplayer games, but likes games campaign, like Call of Duty, really the only reason I get it anymore is because of the campaign, even though it's terrible. But Yeah, the really only reason. Yeah, I was sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at the kill. Yeah, he could easily still see me jumping around there because I was invisible. The guy in the Titan couldn't see me as well though. But anyways, about the campaign and everything, the only reason some people get games is because of campaign. And I agree, I'm one of those people. But this game, if you're a campaign kind of guy, don't get this game. Because what they did is they merged the campaign with multiplayer, and either way it doesn't tell a story. All it is just war. And where someone dies, it's supposed to be sad and everything, but no, it's not sad. You have no sympathy for that main character because you didn't know who he was. You didn't know any of his backstory. He was just a guy. Do anything. I think to make a good multiplayer game, it needs to have a backstory to it, as in a campaign, instead of just having an endless multiplayer. But if you're a multiplayer guy that loves multiplayer games and you love all this futuristic action, then of course get this game. But it kind of depends on who you are with this game. Oh, and see, if you get someone down before they eject, you can beat them up, tearing their arms off and everything, and you actually get a kill from that. Oh, and see, I had the nuclear ejection that time, so when I ejected, it sent off nuclear ejection and sent it out to everyone. And the cool thing is the zip lines here. They made it to where you can zip line upwards and everything. But really, this video is just I see we lost here. When you lose, you can get to a dropship, which makes it not so bad that you lose. But I of course don't get there. I suck and die. But you can get to the dropship and escape and get extra points, which makes it a little more fun because like when you go to the epilogue, which is the end, like it's your last life. Like, see, I die here and boom, I'm dead until the game's over. And then you just watch people until they get to the dropship and escape and everything. And you can be the lone survivor and everything. About like one time I escaped like 4 Titans that were coming at me and I was the lone survivor. But yeah, there's some cool moments you can have in this game if you like that stuff, but it's also not the best game ever. Like if you're a campaign kind of guy like me, don't get it, but if you're a multiplayer guy like any of those COD guys, and of course get it. But anyways, thanks for watching. I just want to say this is one of my first few videos. The audio may not sound as good, the video may be a little choppy because I'm still kind of learning stuff, but you know. Alright, so thanks for watching, subscribe, and like.